Good morning. This is Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm in downtown Birmingham, and this is another installment of our weekly Facebook Live feed talking a little bit about the law. A couple of weeks ago we talked for a few minutes about the Workers' Compensation Act and how some of the laws impact our clients. Last week we talked about having compassion for our clients. Well, this week we're talking about a topic of social media and the client. It's a topic that we have to deal with every single day here at the office, and there's some important things that we wanted to share with you about what we have dealt with for our clients. Social media, as you all know, is the interaction of individuals through the internet, and it's how we communicate every day, whether it's through Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, Google, YouTube, Snapchat, you name it. It's everywhere, and it's not going anywhere. It's only getting more and more part of our daily lives. Small children all the way up to octogenarians, everyone uses social media at one point or another. Some of the things that affect our practice are how people who we represent get out their emotions and things that they want to say, and sometimes they either don't think about what they're saying or don't realize the repercussions that it can create. Be forewarned, anything that goes on Snapchat, Instagram, any type of social media is discoverable and can be used either as a shield or a sword, depending on the situation. What I'm going to talk to you about a little bit is that not only does this apply to our clients who have insurance claims, personal injury claims, workers' comp claims, but it also applies to anybody who's employed and feels like they've got to get something off their chest by putting it out there on social media. Just don't do it. That's the best advice that we can give. Regardless of your privacy settings, there is no expectation of privacy when you voluntarily put something out there, social media wise. Even the Stored Communications Act, which I won't get into the details about, it doesn't apply to the use of social media. Let me give you some statistics. As of January this year, Facebook has 1.86 billion monthly active users. Twitter has over 317 million monthly active users. Instagram, 600 million. Snapchat, 100 million every day. They watch more than 10 billion videos every day. It is, when was the last time you were at a restaurant or any place and you didn't see all the heads craning down looking at their phones? It just is the way life is now. We try to warn our clients from the very first communication. We try to educate them. We try to instill to them the importance of being very careful what they put on social media, because you can be rest assured the insurance companies, while historically when they do surveillance, it would be sitting in a car watching from the streets. Well, that's still done, but now most most investigators just sit at a desk. All they have to do is find the accounts of the subject they're looking for, and they can find anything they want. Evidence is from social media is found in almost every one of our cases, and most of the time it's not good for our clients. Y'all have heard many stories over the years, but probably one of the more well-known one was the woman back in 2013 who was working for a big New York-based internet company, was flying from her home in London to Cape Town, and put out a tweet that was highly offensive, and during the 11 hours she was in the air it was retweeted thousands of times. Well, it ended up costing her her job because she put something on social media she should never have put, and that's just one of many daily stories. In our practice, which is predominantly personal injury cases, workers' compensation, and Social Security disability claims, it comes into all of those types of claims, because people are just, when they're out there doing surveillance or internet investigation, they're looking to discredit our clients. And our clients don't need to give any more ammunition to the other side than they really should. There's many, many examples of cases of workers' comp fraud that has been discovered in Arkansas and Ohio. Two cases come to mind where there were pictures posted of supposedly injured workers working at other jobs, out partying, and sometimes these can lead to criminal prosecution. There was one case out of Florida where a daughter who either didn't know better or just hadn't been forewarned posted on social media, on Facebook, about her father's discrimination settlement, which that in turn violated the confidentiality clause of the agreement and voided the agreement. In our practice, we've had cases in the last couple of years where workers' comp clients have boasted about how much money they're going to get, how much they hate the company. They've posted pictures of boats and houses and things that either implied that they weren't as injured as they were, or they were already counting money that they didn't have. And in at least two of those situations, it's cost our clients dearly in the checkbook because it really affects their credibility. And if you don't have credibility in these types of cases, you really don't have a very good case, regardless of the facts and circumstances. We send not only communicating with our clients in person and on the phone, and we monitor it. One of our clerks is our social media czar for all of our clients. She checks their social media and warns them or shows them or tells them what they see. We send letters to our clients. Another case I wanted to bring up where a judge had sanctioned not only the plaintiff, but plaintiff's counsel over $700,000 and struck a few $1 million off of a jury verdict because the attorney for the injured worker had advised his client to scrub, take out, delete some of the social media that was already out there, and the judge had had a prior order saying that no one could touch any of that. Well, that's a pretty extreme circumstances, but it does happen, and with real consequences. The safest way that any person can avoid having extra problems or headaches with the social media that's out there that could hurt their employment or their job is just don't put anything out there. Refrain from it. I know that it's my experience is it's human nature. You want to get out your emotions. You want to share with the world. Don't do it. Just rethink your situation. Maybe call your best friend, your parent, your brother, somebody, and talk to them. Get it out. But don't put it out there for everybody to see it, particularly when it potentially could be harmful for you in your case. We've got some tips that I want to conclude with. These will be on our website, nomberglawfirm.com, in a little bit, and they'll be more expanded. I'm just going to give you the highlights of these. These are some more recommendations or precautions that any person should use when thinking about what they're going to put on social media. Regardless if you have a case or not, your employer's out there looking at those things as well. Your neighbors are out there looking at those things. And just because you may have your settings put for friends only or some other types of privacy precautions, don't assume that that's always going to be the way that you should leave it. Consider archiving the content of the current accounts that you have, or deactivate or discontinue using all social media. I would warn you with that if you're under court order or if you've initiated a claim, there should be some precautions with that. Certainly talk to your attorney or whoever's advising you about that. Be aware of friends or so-called friends of yours on social media. Just because they send you a friend request doesn't mean you ought to necessarily click and friend them. Take down certain photos or just be careful about what you want the world to see of you. Do not destroy your phones, computers, tablets, what have you. Those things, again, if you get into litigation, could be subject to a court order requesting that those documents have those items be put through a forensic examination. Don't send messages and post things about your case, particularly when you're in litigation, particularly even more so when you're the one who's the injured worker and about to give testimony. That's only going to hurt you. It's never good. Don't post things on IHateAlpha.com or anti-insurance company websites or anti-employment Facebook pages. Those are just a few quick tips and hints and things that in our practice we see every single day. It's not going away. And that's, if you want more detailed explanation or information to read, go to our website, nomberglaw.com. They'll be there. You're always welcome to call us at our office in Birmingham at 205-930-6900. We also have all types of social media. And thank you for sharing a few minutes with us this morning, and we'll be back next week. Have a good day.